me, Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. And today we are going to be talking about the times I was scammed. This is going to be a collection of mini story times into one story time, mainly to teach you guys a lesson and not to do the dumb shit that I've done. 9 times out of 10, if you hear me talk about something, it's because I've went through it. It's not a holier than thou type of situation. And there's been a couple people that have been commenting on these stories, not many of you guys, because a lot of you guys have common sense. Well, you're never wrong. You're never the bad guy in these stories, when I've literally sat here and held myself accountable in literally every story. So understand, if you're gonna say some bullshit like that, make sure you actually watched every single 12 days of story time or any other story time, and you're not just commenting out your ass, because you just gonna get blocked. I don't got time for ignorance. I don't got time for dumbasses, and I don't have time for people that don't even watch the whole video and then they just commenting nonsense. Also understand, these stories that I've been telling are literally like done. It happened a long time ago. So I don't give a fuck what you would have done, what you could have done, what you should have done. Like, I don't care what I should have done, what you would have done. The story's done, and it's here to teach you guys a lesson so you do not do what I did, okay? What's done is done. There's no use getting mad or getting upset over something that already happened. So like I said, these stories are my scam stories. There's going to be about 3. Comment down below if you've ever been scammed. I mean any scam, because the scams are rampant right now, especially because of COVID. Now, the thing is, I feel like scammers will never die. Scammers have been around since the beginning of time, and it's just very unfortunate that a lot of people just refuse to fucking work and they just want to take people's hard-earned money. But I will say that a lot of these scammers, they are skilled. Okay, they get the goddamn thing done. All right, they be out here with these scams, because some of them, like, they're just very undetectable, and I can't even blame people for falling for them. But again, some of them are just so damn like noticeable that it's like, how do you not know that this is a scam? Like, how just come on. My first story actually happened in college. I believe this was my first major type of scam, and this was a job scam. I know a lot of you guys are probably familiar with this scam, because this scam actually still goes on today. Back in college, I was desperate to find a job that not only was convenient to my work schedule, but like where I can work from home, and you know, maybe one that could give me a little car. Like, I was really like trying hard to find a job that had a work car, or a job where like I was able to work at the comfort of my dorm. So the thing is, now that we are in a pandemic, there's so many work from home jobs that are legitimate. Back in the day, it was virtually impossible to find one. Like, it's so hard, and when you would find one, it would be a scam. So this particular job I found on ZipRecruiter, and it's crazy because like I did work at the doctor's office, but I wanted a different job or a supplemental job, because clearly I'm a workaholic, okay? I had literally the doctor's office, I had a sales job, I was going to school full time, I was doing YouTube. How the fuck did I manage to do all of that shit? I don't know, but I need to find that spirit again, because now, bitch, I'm lazy, okay? Y'all be thinking I work hard now? Y'all be thinking I get shit accomplished now? Back then, essentially what happened was, I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, I'm gonna find a job, I'm gonna get some money, and then hopefully I could quit one of these jobs, because I didn't really want to do the sales job anymore, because it was just like real hectic, and just sales, if y'all know, sales is horrible, especially when we're talking about the door-to-door sales. Scamish in a way. Most of the time they're not paying you hourly, so you have to get sales in order to get paid, and it was not hitting for me, okay? So I found this job on ZipRecruiter, and this is how all of these scenarios go. If you're one of those people that ever comes across something like this, know it's an automatic scam. So it was a virtual assistant type of job where I was going to be a rich person's assistant. So I hit them up, they hit me up immediately. Very rare where a job hit you back up immediately that's legitimate, unless it's like literally a customer service type of job. And this one, you know, the guy automatically said, and this is a dead giveaway that it's a scam, oh, well, I'm out of town, so I'm going to send you everything virtually. I'm gonna give you a check, you're gonna cash the check, and you're gonna buy supplies. As soon as you hear that, just block, report, do all of that, because I guarantee you it's gonna be some shit. So now I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my god, this is so amazing. I'm gonna get a check, I'm gonna get money as soon as I start. Oh my god, you guys gonna give me equipment, I'm gonna da-da-da. So they told me to buy like they said with the check I'd have to buy like a laptop, a fax machine. It was a collection of like literally at-home office shit, so I could have an at-home office and be this assistant to this rich person, okay? I literally was so into this that I didn't even think how ridiculously crazy it sounded. And at the time, this was like my senior year of college, actually. So it wasn't that long ago. I'm 26 now. This was maybe like 4 years ago. So at this time, that was like the height of that whole scam, and not many people had talked about being scammed in that way. So I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. And they actually used a real company's name. Yes, a real company's name. So I would have never, like, I really looked up the company, like, oh my God, it's legit. Da, 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 da. Like, I'm so fucking happy. Like, so they sent me the check. Literally, I probably got the check like a day or two. Like they like shipped it. It shipped real quick, and it was like maybe like a $5,000 check. Now for me, I was like, okay, this might be a scam. You know, I was still a little hip because, you know, I was like, this is kind of impossible. This was too easy. So I actually called the bank that the check was from, and they said that the check was legit. And I'm like, oh my God, all right, great, thank you. Just understand, you could always do this, but it's not foolproof, because as soon as I went to go deposit the check, my whole Bank of America account got shut down. Now this is why I do not fuck with Bank of America. I don't fuck with a lot of these banks because they don't ever give you the benefit of the doubt. And at this point, there were so many people getting scammed by like that year and the year after, because that's when I started hearing about it, that it's like, I feel like it's really, really fucked up for these banks to hold the people accountable when they're being scammed. Another way that they do this is where like the people will come up to you and they'll be like, hey, can you put this check into your bank account? My account is locked, or I lost my debit card. Don't ever do that shit, because what's gonna happen is as soon as you deposit the check, they're going to mark it as fraud, and then you're gonna be in trouble and you're gonna end up in something called the check system. So now I'm in the check system, most likely. I don't know, I haven't tried to apply for another like bank account ever since then. I bank with Capital One now, and I was fine with that. So if you guys ever had that situation and now you can't have a bank account, try Capital One, because they are so understanding. They are amazing. All their credit cards are bomb as fuck. The customer service, to be honest, I hate calling them motherfuckers. I really do. But if you go into a branch, it's way better than calling on the phone, because you're probably gonna be on the phone for hours, and sometimes these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they talking about. But other than that, their customer service face to face is pretty damn good, and they always get things resolved, and they're not gonna hold you accountable for no bullshit like this, okay? Bank of America, I fucking hate them. The fees was ridiculous, and they didn't even give me a chance to explain what happened. Like, they literally just like canceled my account like after a day after I deposited the check. And I literally called them and was trying to explain to them what happened. They're like, okay, well, you're gonna have to send everything to us so we can investigate. I sent them maybe like a 30-page, I'm not joking, y'all, because I had a conversation with this guy. I even had the people that I had the conversation with at the bank, and like I told them, like, yeah, I had a conversation with them. They said the check was real, so I had no idea that was a fake check. I did not sit here and try to do anything fraudulent like I was scammed. And even after sending all of that evidence with the conversations and all that, I think I even had to file a police report. After all of that, they still was like, nope, we close your bank account indefinitely. Bye, bitch. This is some real fucked up shit. Like, I was so upset. I genuinely didn't even have a chance. Like, literally, it was like the next day I couldn't get into my account. So for a while, I ain't had no damn money. Oh my God. And I don't think they drained my account at all. I think like as soon as it was deposited, Bank of America took it as, yeah, fraud, bitch, you thought, and you know, they just shut my shit down. But there's a lot of people where they will deposit these checks, and now it's like they withdraw their money with the check. I'm not sure how this shit works. Comment down below, scammers, put us on game, you know, former scammers, whatever the case may be, because this shit really made me sad. I was very, very mad for a very long time. But again, Capital One, they had me. Another place that always has scams is eBay. Now, I love eBay. I bought from eBay numerous times. I've sold on eBay numerous times. Absolutely no issues. I thought I'd be hip to the damn scam. But this right here, let me tell you this right now. eBay is not the best place to sell anything, because just like Facebook, if something happens to you, they're not really gonna do anything about it. If someone scams you, they're not gonna really do anything about it, unless like you buy directly from their site. In this case, I did buy directly from eBay's site, and I'm so upset because they did nothing about me getting scammed. In Facebook's case, they're way better at that. Like, if you have someone buy something directly from you and they scam you, whatever the case may be, they will most likely, you know, get your money back, all of that. eBay at the time did not, and this actually did not happen that long ago. So if I think I got my laptop full sale in 2018, so this probably did happen in 2018. So I got a new MacBook, and I sold my old MacBook, put it up on eBay. After a couple of days, someone bought it. I shipped it out to them and everything, and I never received payment. I have no idea what kind of scam this was, but they bought it directly through eBay. I printed out the label, I put it on the box, I shipped it out, and I never got payment. Mind you, it was an older MacBook, and it was freezing all the time and doing all of this shit, and I'm the type type of person, I'm very, very transparent. If something's wrong with something, if there's a hole in it, if it's broken, if it's slow, whatever, I'm gonna tell you like, yeah, this TV is giving me issues. This laptop's giving me issues. This camera's giving me issues. That's why I'm selling it. I was very honest and upfront about it. So, you know, the person knew what they were buying. I don't know what they used the MacBook for, but they literally took my MacBook, blocked me, ghosted me, and never paid me. I'm sitting here trying to contact eBay, and eBay ain't doing shit about it. Now, this is the thing. Usually with eBay, it's one of those things where you kind of have to pay before it goes to the seller. But some way, somehow, I don't know if the person used a fake bank account, a fake PayPal account. Comment down below if something like this has happened to you where you sold something and you never received payment, because I'm like, how the fuck did I do this the right way on eBay and the person was able to ghost me like this? I escalated it to eBay support. They weren't really trying to resolve the situation. They were sitting there talking about some, oh, well, you know, you have to wait, blah, blah, blah. This is our process. I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, where, bitch? I just got scammed. Like, and I was a fucking like master's student at this point. I'm about to get my master's. I don't got time to be wasting money on fucking bullshit. So they genuinely didn't do anything. I lost my money, and I really was gonna fuck around and hunt down that person by going to the address that I shipped it to, but I was like, bro, I ain't got time. I think the person was like Minnesota or Tennessee. Like, it was far. I did not have time for this bullshit to go over there to go catch a scammer that might be a murderer or some bullshit. I don't know what's going on over there. So I was like, you know what? I took that L. I lost like maybe $500 from that, and that shit pissed me off so bad because like I literally could have made decent little money off that laptop, because you know MacBooks usually hold a good amount of value even if they're old, even though they don't work that well. That's just, everybody wants a MacBook, and they're pretty good quality MacBooks, especially if you could just upgrade one part or two parts or whatever. It could like literally work brand new. Like you probably won't even need a new MacBook for at least 10 years. Like that's how good they are. So I was so fucking mad. Ever since then, I don't think I've ever sold anything off eBay ever again. This next and final story actually happened when I moved out of my parents' house. I've already told the story about why me and my parents did not work out living in the same household as I got older. I'm going to link down that video because it's a whole long story. I'm not even about to sit here and tell the whole story, but long story short, my parents were the type of parents that I love them to death, right? I love them. They're literally like my best friends now. However, growing up, they were ridiculously irresponsible, especially with money, and I ended up moving out. And by the time I moved out, there was no electricity, there was no gas, and they were about to get evicted, and I had to start my master's, and I can't do an online master's program with no internet, no electricity, and no comfort. So I decided I was going to move out to further my education for the most part and to save my peace of mind. Literally, I'm going to link down the video because that's a whole long story within itself, right? So upon looking for places to live, I'm not about to tell, like, I can't tell y'all how desperate I was to move out, to find a place, to get into somewhere that was my own so I can focus on getting my education, okay? So I found this one guy on Craigslist, and he said he was selling a room in his apartment. Do not let being desperate be the reason you make stupid ass decisions, because this shit right here could have been a very, very, very bad situation. Luckily, it didn't go that far, but like it could have been really bad. So I meet up with the guy, and automatically he's flirting with me, and he required like $500 for the room, and it was like $500 up front. So it was like $500 security, $500 up front. I went to the room, I liked the room, and I was like, all right, okay, here's your bread or whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't need anyone commenting down below about how stupid I am. I already know. Yes, I was stupid. Yes, that was a horrible decision, because now he started telling me the rules of the house. Oh, I don't want no niggas in my house. What? I'm like, so I can't have any men or guy friends here? No, I don't want that shit going on in my house. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a grown ass woman. So how you gonna be telling me I can't have men in the house? Like that shit was just goofy. I'm like, I'm a whole adult. Like, hey, how you gonna tell me I can't have certain type of company here? Like that's mad strange. And y'all already know Squad is boys. So Squad was probably gonna be here once in a blue. Like a lot of them are boys, a lot of them are girls. Like it's a mixed group. So it's like I can't have them over if I had everybody over. Like, what the fuck is you talking about right now? Like, what are you saying? And he's like, oh well, yeah, I just don't want that. I'm like, oh, so you gonna have bitches in the house? And he started laughing. I'm like, he's like, yeah, like, you know, but you all looking pretty good though. Like, you know, you got a man. I'm like, let's talk about serious shit. What else are the rules? He's like, oh, well, you know, you have to be in the house no later than 12. You supposed to be a roommate or you supposed to be my dad? What the fuck is this? What are you talking about? I gotta be in the house no later than 12. Well, if you come in later than 12, I'm gonna put the lock on the door. Nigga, what? Yo, I'm just sitting here confused. I'm confused. What are you talking about? What is this, eh? What? I'm so confused. confused. Yeah, like you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go there, da, da, da. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? Like, so what is the point of me living here? Because at this point, like, this is like a prison. Like, this sounds like a prison. Now he's telling me I can't have certain things in my room. I don't remember exactly what they were, but it was like literally so limited and ridiculous. And at this point, I already gave him the money because I was so desperate. And I'm just like so like annoyed. And I'm thinking about it because like the whole time in between each rule, he was flirting with me. Oh, you got a man or nothing? Oh, you got this? Oh, well, you look real good though. Da 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 da. Like, wow, we could real great in this house together. He wasn't cute, y'all. And he had 2 kids and a whole bunch of baby mama drama. Because of course he started telling me about his baby mama drama. I don't know what it is about me that when people meet me, even like, I kid y'all not, I could be in the supermarket just in line and people will pick random conversation with me about their life. They will sit there and be like, oh my God, like, oh, this line is so long. I have to get back to my granddaughter, man. She's so in love with me. Like, I love her too. She's the best little girl ever. And they just start going off about their life. And I'm just like, okay, that's great. You know, I'm not rude about it. Like, you know, I'm pretty social. I'm not that friendly, but I am social. So, you know, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, yeah. But in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, I wanna go home, yeah. Guys telling me like, yeah, you know, I got 2 kids. They be coming over from New York. You know, the baby mother don't be here though. You know, I just be having my kids. You know, I'm a really good father. You know, you know, you got kids. Oh, you know, maybe you can have your own over here. You know, like, and he's like sizing me up. Like, you know, maybe you can have your, you know, kids over here. You know, like we can have one together. You know, I'm just joking. There's nothing funny about this. This is my life. I want to live here, but now I don't want to live here because you're skying me. Eventually, I just made sure like I skedaddled out of there because not only was this very uncomfortable and I didn't like the rules, but the house just was not clean. A lot of men are dirty. Okay, a lot of men do not know how to keep up their household. A lot of men don't clean. A lot of men don't cook. A lot of men just like live in a fucking shell of an apartment and it doesn't even look like a home. And that's what this shit looked like. Not all men are like this, clearly. Shout out to men that clean and cook and have their house actually look like a house. But this one, like, there was barely living room furniture. It was like a little dusty ass couch. And his kid's room was just disgusting. I don't even think there was a bed in there. I'm like, where the fuck these kids sleep at the little dusty ass couch? His room looked decent, but everything else looked a mess. The kitchen, disgusting. Disgusting. Like, I even offered, I was like, oh my God, can I clean this when I get here? He's like, oh yeah, you know, that would be great. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Like, this is just so stupid. So then after thinking about it, the next day I told him like, hey, I won't be moving into that apartment. Can I have my $500 back? And that nigga said no. And I'm just like, what do you mean no? He's like, no. I'm like, no. Like, I was so upset because I'm like, how the fuck you gonna tell me that I can't? Like, how I can't get my money back when you literally took my money and I didn't move in yet? And there was no contract, there was no nothing. So that's just a problem. First of all, don't ever give the money without knowing that you like the spot. Don't ever sit there and give anyone money without a receipt or without a lease. And honestly, if you feel bad vibes, just don't move in. Don't proceed. Because after that, I clearly didn't move in. I clearly didn't get my money back. So that's $500 lost there. I don't remember what happened first. I believe this situation happened, then the laptop situation happened like months later. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm out $1,000. I just moved out of my parents' house. And that's the thing, when it comes to stress, when it comes to anxiety, when it comes to even being bipolar, you make very, very impulse decisions because like you're just trying to get out of that situation. And that's genuinely what it was for me. But honestly, I was just so fucking depressed about it. I was like, I'm never gonna get out of my parents' house. I'm never gonna be able to start college on time. Like, I was so fucking sad. Like, I think I was crying every single day because I was just like, yo, like, I'm so fucking stupid. I just lost all this fucking money. Like, what the fuck about? Like, I was, child, it was so fucking bad. So after that, that's when I was offered an apartment on, you know, a property that my boss slash doctor owned. If you guys do not know, I've worked at the doctor's office since I was like 15 and I've been going to that doctor since I was like a toddler. So like that doctor is literally like my mother figure. The male doctor is like my father figure. Like, they're literally like me and everyone else that works there, extended parent. So like eventually I could not hold it together no more. Like, when I'm telling you I had a mental breakdown, it was bad. So they offered me a spot that they owned and it was amazing. It was perfect. It was a very incredible stepping stone. Of course, I was able to finish college. I was able to get my master's in an accelerated program at Full Sail. So yes, I got my master's in a year. I'll never do that again, but I got the damn thing done. Life has definitely worked out, obviously. I'm a way better place now. You know, if you guys ever feel like you're being scammed, if you feel like something is fishy, if you feel like something's not right, 9 times out of 10, it's not. And let's be real, it's not even about judging people. It's not about, you know, making rash judgment. It's about protecting yourself first. And if you feel like something's not right, 9 times out of 10, it's not. And you have to be able to have your discernment on check at all times, because too many of us will have a feeling. We'll have an idea that something's not right, and what do we do? Oh, okay, well, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, okay, well, it can't be that bad. And the next thing you know, we end up in some shit, okay? All 3 of these stories will definitely be learning lessons for you. Don't be a dumb bitch like me, because that was really stupid of me. I'm very happy that I'm in a way better place now, and I'm hip to game, and I always tell my friends, like anytime they try to come to me and tell me like, oh, this happened, what do you think, oh, this, you know, whatever, I'm like, just don't do it, like, just don't. All right, learn a lesson from me. Of course, let me know your scam story times down below because I really want to hear them. Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. With that being said, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that, and I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye.